Hi guys, so it's now the evening and I'm back home. Got my hair on a pineapple and I've got kind of makeup all around my face because I feel a bit tired, and like I said, I'm going to try and get into the habit of having early nights. That's one thing I definitely found that I'm not very good at, is I'm such a late night potterer. I just have good intentions for going to bed early and then I always find something else to do. So I've just been watching some other YouTube videos actually, and I don't know, it just got me thinking it's worth me explaining, not that I have to, but it's just interesting to kind of open up and have that chat as to kind of what exercise means to me. And I saw a really good thing on Instagram earlier actually, saying that exercise should never be about kind of like cancelling out what you've eaten, but about celebrating the fact that your body can move. And that's really how I feel about exercise. I feel like it massively is something I use to de-stress. It's something I use for a bit of me time. And definitely since I've started doing classes and not the gym now, I've got really good at like not having my phone on me. That kind of hour is my hour. And it just makes a really nice start to my day. So that's one of the things I'm really enjoying. And you know, I'm not like a Fitspo blogger body, far from it. You know, I have, you know, I'm about a size 14, but I feel very, very happy in my body right now. And I think what I know, you know, with exercise, sometimes you do lose weight, sometimes you gain muscle, so you might gain weight. But for me, exercise isn't about really, you know, everyone wants to look good and that includes me. I want to look good too, but I feel like the important thing to talk about is that, you know, for me, first and foremost, it's about moving my body and feeling good. And, you know, I think I don't weigh myself for one. I kind of go by how my clothes fit. So if they feel a bit tighter, then I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I'll do more cardio this week, or, you know, I can kind of, you know, maybe just think, oh, maybe I've eaten quite heavily that week, whatever. But I definitely don't, I haven't weighed myself for about 5 years, I think. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 years. And it was one of the best things I ever decided to stop doing, because for me, I think it's very easy to kind of focus on a number, and you know, it's easy with a number on a scale to become quite obsessive with it, especially the industry I'm in. I think maybe, you know, there's a little bit of a knock-on effect of that, and I've definitely felt like the happiest I felt in my body for a long time. You know, I've been smaller than this weight, I've been bigger than this weight, my weight has fluctuated quite a bit, you know, especially throughout my 20s. And there was a time when I was a lot thinner, but I wasn't very happy, and I actually wasn't very good looking after myself. And I definitely think of exercise as like a form of self-care now, and it's a really loving thing. You know, I'm able to kind of assess how tired I am, what part of my body, you know, feels like it needs a bit more TLC, etc. If I need to go to bed early, things like that, you know, have actually become more important to me as I've got older. So, and I'm always interested to hear if that's the same for other people, whether or not as you get older, you start to become more in tune with your body. And it's definitely something I don't take for granted, you know, even being able to sit here on a vlog with my kind of makeup smeared under my eyes and in my pajamas actually feels really good. And it feels important to show that, because when I light for my makeup tutorials, you guys are seeing, you know, how I again, it's aesthetically pleasing because I want it to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's also good as well to see, you know, this is what I look like as well. And yeah, I guess I was just watching some other YouTube videos and I was seeing some people talk about that, and it kind of got me thinking, you know, I think, like I said, I don't count calories, you know, when it comes to the word diet. I think of diet as just what I eat, and I like variation. For me, there's no such thing as good food and bad food. I like all food in moderation, and I think it's kind of healthy to have all food in moderation, obviously unless you're allergic to something or you can't have it for medical reasons, whatever. But yeah, I've definitely found for me, and this is just my personal opinion and just what works for me, that, you know, when I kind of give myself the option to do whatever I want and have whatever I want, I actually can make better choices sometimes, and that both includes food, exercise, and I always say to people, you know, my mental health is just as important as my physical health. So if anything ever starts to feel obsessive, then it's just not good, you know. And I also know that that's, as I get older, it's easier to kind of be like, that's not great to be obsessive about something. Passionate, yes, but not obsessive. So I don't know if I'm making much sense. And again, obviously, as I talk more about kind of fitness on my channel, you know, maybe we'll get to talk more about these kind of things. And I think it's going to bring up in, you know, it's going to bring up, you know, we might end up talking about body image, and, you know, I'm always fascinated when I meet other fitness bloggers, and I think, like I said, there's nothing wrong with wanting to look good. I totally support that, and I want to look good too, but also I need to make sure that I look after myself. I think that's a really important thing, and that exercise stays something I want to do, not something I have to do. And I think the reality with exercise is there are some days where it does feel a bit like, you know, just cleaning your teeth is something you've kind of got to do to look after yourself, and it's harder to motivate yourself. And then there are definitely days where I suddenly love it again, or I feel that I'm getting stronger. And strength is definitely a big thing for me, especially as I'm getting older, that I start to really see you know, how my body's developing and how strong it is and what it can achieve, whether that's doing more reps or holding a plank longer, whatever it is, you know. And definitely since I've started ClassPass, I'm really enjoying like experimenting with different kinds of exercise and finding out what I like. You know, it's all about experimentation for me, and I think, you know, I'm on my own fitness journey, and that will always mean something different for all of us. But yeah, I was just sat here thinking, and I felt like, you know, like I said, I know my body isn't, you know, I don't have a six-pack, I don't have abs, but to me, I take exercise just as seriously maybe as someone who does. And, you know, it's, for me, bodies come in all shapes and sizes, and, you know, I think it's really good to celebrate all body shapes and sizes, you know, abs and no abs. And, you know, I try really hard, even though it's difficult, especially the industry I'm in, to, you know, own my own body and to want my body to look like my body, whatever that's meant to be. And I think comparing yourself is like surefire way of very, very quickly losing the plot. So I'm the first to hold my hands up and say, again, not just because of the industry I'm in, I think even as a woman, you know, we are objectified a lot. And I think, you know, you have to, for me anyway, I'm at a place now where I think I've learned to kind of quieten down exterior noise. Don't get me wrong, every now and then I think, you know, it can be very easy to fall back into that trap of comparing and comparison and feeling like you're not good enough. But I know for me, when I feel happy and good, it is when it's when I feel comfortable in my skin, and it's when I can see what my body can do, that I'm fit and healthy. Again, I think even, you know, health, you can't tell how healthy someone is just by looking at a body shape, you know. I have friends that are smaller than me that are incredibly fit and active, but I have friends that are bigger than me that are incredibly active and fit. So, you know, you can't tell anything about a person just by how they physically look. And I think that's worth remembering as well. And I hope, if anything, through my own fitness journey, that's like a message I can help get across, because it's important to me, you know. I do work in an industry where everything's about how you look, and ultimately I just love painting faces. That's what I love. And, you know, I've met some amazing people throughout my journey, and I think the biggest thing I'm inspired by is people who are confident with who they are. And you know, I don't think any one person can feel that every single day and every single moment, but I know when I do feel it, I'm really grateful, and I definitely feel it more now I'm older, which is funny. So yeah, just thought I'd share that. I was just kind of thinking out loud and just thought I'd record it onto a vlog, and I'll see you guys later.